Today we will look at the recent SVB bank collapse from the ancient wisdom perspective. What does ancient wisdom say about the crisis, about the saga, about the happenings? One of the first and foremost ancient wisdom principles is you cannot lend what is not yours. And this has been violated. You can only give what is yours, and this is also a set principle of natural justice. But in fractional banking, this principle is the first to go into the garbage can. In fractional banking, the banks, the money that they borrow from their account holders, they keep some part of that money to themselves or as assets, and rest they lend it at a higher interest rate. And they make their income by the difference between the lending rate and the borrowing rate. Interestingly, this exactly is said to be a no-no. And at least the fraction that the bank keeps as assets works as a cushion if there is a run on the bank. In case of this bank, almost all money was allowed to be invested elsewhere, and that is why when people starting asking for their money back, the bank was on the line of collapse. The second principle of ancient wisdom is that you cannot use money as a product. Money is a medium of exchange. And in ancient times also, wherever money has been used as a product, money by itself, like in usuri or rental income, the profession itself has been frowned upon and does not have social dignity. You have to have another profession alongside, which is called as productive profession. Money as a product cannot be used, and especially in today's information age where everybody has all the information, money as a product actually becomes a huge and dangerous thing. The reason for this is that a trade is done when you know you buy from some place and you sell it at some place, and to your customer you bring the convenience either of the quantity or of place or of time or of some kind of other value added, and from this value added you take a fraction which is your profit or which is your income. When you are using money itself as the product, all that you can play is on your information and your intelligence. And in today's information world, with the technology available to everybody, this margin that intelligence gives you is extremely limited. So the overall game becomes very dangerous, very sensitive to movements in the environment, and that is exactly what happened, where the third principle comes into play, which is don't put all your eggs in one basket. Under the name of specialization, this particular bank had specialized in a specific geographical area with a specific client or specific type of client, and its customers, its borrowers, its suppliers all belong to the same class. So any disturbance to any of these was bound to reverberate in the whole community and affect the bank. This left the bank in a very sensitive, very problematic situation all along. And as soon as the problem started, the bank started going downhill without others noticing it. But the people inside the bank, they themselves noticed, and because banking was not their dharma, they didn't feel the need to defend it or support it in any way. Most of the top ranking officials of the bank sold off their assets in the bank or shares in the bank. As soon as they realized this, the bank was going downhill, and they deserted the ship like rats, which brought the collapse even faster. So you see, the ancient wisdom holds a key to leading life in a prosperous manner, in an environment friendly manner, and in a manner that is congruent to the social well-being. That is ancient wisdom. Namaskar.